Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMtrading. Today is January 2nd, 2020, and welcome everybody to the new year. Welcome back from your vacations. Hopefully everybody had a safe and happy holidays. Now we're looking back at normal trading sessions. That means the markets are going to be open regularly, and we'll have a stream of new economic events actually develop going into next week. This week we're still a little bit quiet, so we may expect the markets to still be a little bit less volatile than usual as people are returning from their holiday. Now looking at the markets, we're watching the dollar gain versus the euro and the GBP. Okay, both have gotten weaker versus the dollar. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. Looking at the Dow Jones in pre-market, actually perking up this morning after an end of the year sell-off and then a rally going into the end of the year. A little bit of a volatility there, but that's just light volume happening, and I think the players are back, and they're pushing the markets actually higher. Now looking at the commodities, gold tapering off at 1520-ish level. We're going to take a look at that, and oil pretty much unchanged. And lastly, looking at the stocks, nothing is trading yet, but you do want to look at the three major components of the Dow Jones, which has been the JP Morgan, the Apple, and Microsoft, okay, which has been leading the U.S. markets higher. So we do want to look at that and pay very close attention to how they respond to today's trading. But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're jumping here into the Euro USD at a 4-hour chart. You can see we're pretty much tapering off after this, hitting this 112.37-ish level. We're right now at 112-ish level. Now, I want to really highlight the fact that going into the end of the year, some of the fund managers, if they have money in certain symbols or stocks or whatever they're having, either currencies, they'll rally it into the end of the year because it looks good on their books. If they bought it earlier, they'll try to push it as high as they can going into the end of the year, and then it corrects itself. Okay, there's a fade move that is expected afterwards, and sure enough, that's what we're getting right here. So I do expect it to close in at this level, and so might not happen today, but as the markets actually responds to the unfolding events going into next week, I think we're going to get that. Now looking at the GBP USD, a little bit of the same story. Okay, not as much a strong retracement as the euro, so maybe we're going back to our character when GBP remains a little bit stronger. Remember, we do have Brexit coming up this month. Prime Minister Johnson is very, very aggressive about it, wants to move forward with it. So there's still some questions as to how the GBP will actually respond to it going into that event. Now looking at gold, okay, we're trading at 1520. Now this is another one where they perk it up going into the end of the year. It did have some bona fide strength, okay. This was bona fide strength. It was continued purchasing. You saw that it was strong, okay, and finally breaking out above this 1484-ish level, okay. But I do expect a little bit of a fade opportunity. So if this doesn't break above this 1523, especially if it challenges one more time and doesn't break above it, I do expect it to actually retrace further. Now jumping into oil, we're just hanging around this resistance level at 6139-ish level. Nothing doing, okay? No big news coming up. So just be aware of that, all right? So this might not rally the rest of the market because we know that oil and the Dow Jones have been trading together, but it might not rally the market. So just be aware of that. Now looking at the Dow Jones, okay, this is in pre-market purchasing this morning. You could see this massive spike, okay, from 28,400-ish level to 28,600-ish level right now, almost hitting the 28,600-ish level right there, okay, at 591 really. But it has perked up. Now it's perked up because the fund managers are back to their desks, okay, the market is back, all right, and all this selling off, which was lack of volume, is going to be picked up with this right now. However, okay, we are going into some questionary territory, okay, especially because number one, we're going to have primaries in the United States pretty soon. China versus U.S. has the trade treaty still happening this month, okay, so we may get some volatility on the downside if that doesn't actually fruit. So you got to keep an eye on the stocks, okay. They will be telling you what's going to be happening, okay, especially the JP Morgan's, which is trading close to its highs, the Microsoft, which is also trading close to its highs, and also obviously Apple, which has been on its dead highs at 292, may hit even 300 going into this year. Unbelievable rally for Apple this year. Okay, so with that said, okay, just be very cautious going into this week because we're still lighter volume than our normal trading sessions are, because people are still on holiday or making it back to their offices and their desks before the weekend. So just be aware that may actually induce some lighter volume in the market. Okay, this is Fred Razak. I wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.